everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cassandra from Craftably Ever After, and thank you so much for joining me again. I think this video will be a quick one. I don't have tons of things to show you. It's been a bit of a random week. I only had one project that I knew I wanted to do during last week, and then I just sort of did here and there something that, I don't know, kept me busy. So it was sort of an aimless week. Nothing too exciting happened, apart from a new pattern that I designed. Now this time I designed it for the amigurumi.com Endangered Animals design contest. Now I love the design contests of amigurumi.com. So the last couple of years, I always try to enter. It's just sort of to challenge myself, to see if I can come up with something based on the theme that they've got. I love seeing what other designers submit. It's just a wonderful process. So I do it for the challenge of it. Of course, one day I'm hoping to be the grand winner. I mean, who doesn't? But for the most part, I do it as a challenge to myself. Now this year, as I mentioned, the theme is endangered animals, and there is a specific list that you have to choose an animal to design, or a list that you choose from to design an animal on. And the first animal that caught my eye, now there's loads of animals on the endangered species list. You can, they do have a link on their site that will take you to the official endangered species list. But the animal that caught my eye, and the first one that I designed, maybe I'll do a few more, I'm not sure. But the one that I've completed and submitted so far is this little guy, Benedict the sea otter. Now, I'm so chuffed with how he turned out. His little feet, I think for me that was the most difficult part actually to figure out. He is a bit of a chunky fellow. I think his body could probably be a little longer, but here we go. Benedict the sea otter with his little coffee. Now, when I went to take the photo that I used to submit, we went down to the ocean because I wanted to have him with an ocean background. And I was on the rocks and clamoring about and trying to find the correct spot. And in the background, my husband was busy taking photos of me, taking photos of my sea otter. So I'll pop a picture up here somewhere of the photo I ended up taking, and then the photo of my husband taking a photo of me. So I thought that was quite funny because it feels like all of us who do some or other craft, and we always want that perfect picture. You know, it's a struggle. It is a struggle. The next thing, will you believe it? Today's the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. Yes, it's Star Wars Day. I didn't realize this until yesterday, the 3rd of May, when my son came down and said, "Oh, are you ready for Star Wars Day?" I wasn't ready for Star Wars Day, by the way. I wish he had told me sooner, because then I would have had more time to crochet something. But I did find an adorable pattern by, now I can't say it properly, Fu Crochet. I'll link it down below. All of you know she's got that wonderful, wonderful book, Crochet Iconic Woman. I know she's bringing out another book now, something to do with the zodiac signs, which I'm definitely going to purchase. I love, love, love her doll patterns. And this is what I made for Star Wars Day, Princess Leia. Now, I don't know if you can see her. Sorry, the moment I move, the lighting goes. But isn't she just super adorable? And she is so quick. So I made her yesterday, and I still worked in between. So that was actually the most frustrating part. I think if I didn't have to work yesterday evening, it wouldn't have bugged me so much. I probably could have made Han Solo, because I see on the designers page or even, well, on the pattern, there's a lovely picture of Princess Leia and Han Solo. I would have loved to make him as well. But anyway, there she is. Happy Star Wars Day, folks. May the 4th be with you. Then another random project. I'm forever looking at patterns and things to make and what other people make. And of course, the lovely Sarah Zimmerman at Repeat Craft. To me, she always has amazing free patterns on her blog. She's busy with a corner to corner gnome design that she's doing the whole year. I'm not quite a corner to corner person yet. It looks very scary, so I haven't tried it yet. But what she then brought out are these super cute teeny tiny granny square gnomes. Now, isn't that amazing? So I thought, that is something I can do. I know I can do a granny square. So I made 2 of them. I made a red one and a little pink one and a blue one. And I thought, with me being on my rainbow cupcake gnome challenge kick for this year, I'm going to make a little granny square in the colors of my rainbow cupcake gnomes. And in the end, I think they will just be like a little banner. So I will string them up and I'm going to hang these little granny square banner, flags, bunting, I don't know what you call that hanging flag thingies. I'm going to use it in my craft corner. I don't have a craft room. I've got a corner where I work, so where my computer is set up for work. But I do have a few random crafty stuff going on in my office corner. So I think a little crochet gnome granny square bunting would look fabulous. So I will link all of the patterns that I talk about today. I will link in the description box below. Now, the very last thing that I made for this week, and I don't have the actual toy with me, it was a gift that was requested by my daughter. And it's always nice when your children still think your craft is cool enough for them to be able to request some items for their friends. Now, my daughter had a birthday party. Her best friend, it was her best friend's birthday last weekend. And she had sort of suspiciously at school here and there tried to figure out what sort of a toy her best friend would like. And it ended up being a bear in a yellow and black outfit like a bee. She wanted a some other bee in a bear in a bee suit. So there are tons of bee patterns out there. One of my absolute favorite designers, Sweet Oddity Art, has got this adorable bee bear. I think it's just called the bee bear. And I made that one. I'll pop a picture up somewhere on the screen. That one I worked up in 2 days. It's a bit of a bigger toy, although I still used my regular Rainbow Cotton 8/4, which is a fingering weight yarn, and it still came out a pretty decent size. So I can imagine if you use a thicker yarn, like a worsted weight, that's going to be a fairly big bear that you end up with. But I will pop a picture in. That one was, her patterns are always so lovely to work on. It's not difficult. There's not weird things on it. I love working on her patterns. So I've got tons of them. So the little bee bear was, I think, the biggest project of this week. And that was it. That was it for last week. That was all my projects. I'm not sure what I've got planned for this week, to be honest. I wouldn't say I'm on a crochet slump. I don't think I've really ever been on a massive crochet slump. I'll do something or another, but there's no specific plan. So I think I'll poke around my crochet books, see if there's something that I've missed or that I've had for years that I've just never thought of making, and we'll see what happens. It's a journey. What can I say? You never know what's around the next corner. All right, friends, that was it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, let me know in the comments or on email what you guys have been working on. I'm always interested to see because, you know, us crafty folk, we sort of enable each other. So a lot of my ideas come from seeing what other people are doing. So let me know what you're doing. I'd love to see. And I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous Wednesday and a lovely rest of the week.